what is now We Can Review Inworld, or Inworld We Can Review, or something. The Inworld!
Thank you. Well, good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. I'm Pet Love Pet Shop here with my co-hosts, James At Loud and Thurza Ember. We're delighted to welcome you back to the third edition of the new Inworld Review. We've been so encouraged by your responses to our efforts. We've decided that yes, the show must go on, always in honor of Malburns, but also in honor of the burgeoning Opensim community as well. And before we begin, I would like to welcome to our live show our audience, our first live audience members, Xenon and Contessa.
Yay.
So welcome. Yeah. Hey, feel free to speak. So welcome to Jimmy.
Hello. Morning,
And
afternoon, evening, or even in Klingon, Kapla, because it's easy to
Oh, nice.
Totally appropriate. Beautiful. And welcome, Thurza.
Thank you.
And James, of course.
Oh yeah, yep, I am here.
Okay.
I'm
I
doing
know
something.
you are.
I don't know if you've pointed out, but we are switching things up a bit here. We've got
we are.
We're putting different people in different places, so I'm pretty jazzed about this.
That's good. I don't think you're going to get a replacement there, James. I'm sorry. You're stuck with tech.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
I'm looking forward to the guest. The guest is going to be the host next time, maybe, huh?
Oh, that would be fun. Wow.
That might be interesting.
That would be fun, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on. It's time for Hypergrid happenings.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
For Inworld Review, I'm Thurza Ember, and this is Hypergrid Happenings. Christmas is in the air, and I expect you're well into party season here in Opensim, just like the real world, but even more so because no danger of drinking and driving. Am I right? So if you're out and about Inworld, here are 4 of the many things happening in the Hyperverse this week. On Wednesday at 12 noon grid time, or Pacific time, or SLT, whichever you like to call it, why not go to OS Grid and be part of the grand opening of the seasonal winter hunt on Sim's Strange Christmas by Nani Ferguson and Ange Menges. They've been doing seasonal builds in Opensim for about 15 years, so it's something of a tradition. Each year they come up with a completely different style. This time the build is a futuristic cityscape. The challenge is to look for all the gift-wrapped boxes until you find ones with a prize inside. There are about 100 boxes and 30 of them contain gifts, so you have a good chance of picking up something nice as you explore. The hunt is open all through Christmas period, so after the big opening event, you'll have plenty of time to keep coming back and enjoying Strange Christmas. It's also that same day on Wednesday, the gala event on Tierra del Volcanes, the home of Marpil Grafenwalder. This is a gorgeous event. It's going to be held on a sky platform built especially for the party on her sim. And she says, please dress up with your best festive formal wear. It's from 12 noon to 2 p.m. grid time on Wednesday the 17th on alternate metaverse grid. And of course, all the addresses for these events can be found in the comments section of this short video. So please look there and also share a comment of your own if you'd like. On Thursday, a change of pace and an unmissable event over on Craft grid. The wonderful Hungarian artist Velasquez Bonetto will be doing a light show with a very different theme to your average wintertime entertainment. You can see this African-inspired particle show at the theatre on Art Depot region. It begins at 1 p.m. SLT, that's 4 p.m. on the East Coast. My advice is show up early to make sure you rest completely before the show begins. And finally, on Friday, why not go over to the Cartier region on Pangea Grid and enjoy the tunes of Australian DJ Diamonds? She'll be bringing her unique Aussie viewpoint to the festive season and spinning the songs for 2 hours from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 6 to 8 p.m. on the East Coast at Rosie's, the club owned by Andreas Miklos. No reason to be bored or stuck in a rut in Opensim. There's always something new going on. So enjoy these events and join us next time for Hypergrid Happenings.
All right.
Oh, there we go. My goodness.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That's 3 minutes and one breath.
Pretty much.
I have a mark as a friend. I call her Chihuahua because she has
It's a challenge to do those shorts.
There's so much to say in so little time, but it always ends up short anyway somehow.
That's right. There's so much going on, so we only can really pick a maximum about 4 places if we're going to do them justice. And the first thing is this strange Christmas. I'll tell you what, Christmas hunt is not easy to say if you're going as fast as you possibly can. You have to be incredibly careful.
Oh.
But of course, Ange and Nani always make something wonderful every time. This one is really unusual. I don't think I've ever seen something so much of a cityscape this time. Usually it's like an abandoned ship or something. We've been to places where there are people from other planets. We've been to Japanese villages, but this one's really different. So I really recommend it on
Very nice.
on the Wednesday. It's going to be fun, but of course it's open all the time. So if you miss the Wednesday, you can get in there and see some other stuff later. And they've been doing it for years, haven't they, James? I mean, we've been going to those with the safari since
I don't know how long, but yeah, so much. And it's not an easy hunt. It's really difficult. And my goodness, I think I go fly camming, and I do anything I can to find those hidden features. I think maybe a bit of cheating is using area search in Firestorm. I don't know if anyone's done that, but it does help.
And beacons. Don't forget beacons.
Oh, and beacons, right.
You want to cheat, you got to do the beacons too.
Yeah, that's so fun.
And the good thing is that this one is not one where you have to look at the picture to find the box. This is just a straight up look for all the boxes and click on all of them. So this is a bit easier than some of them.
Oh, okay.
But they are a great challenge. And that's a good thing about going as a group or going 2 or 3 people, because then you can help each other. And that really makes a difference, I think.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the other thing we talked about is over on AMV Grid, Ma Pill, who's one of the great builders that we have here in Opensim, I think. She's just fantastic. He showed me this wonderful platform up in the sky. It's made of like red baubles and clouds, and you feel like you're in some kind of heavenly creation. And there she is in the picture, looking gorgeous, like a little Christmas elf. And so that's going to be the same day, starting at I think so from 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12 o'clock noon. It goes through a couple of hours. She's got some great musicians coming, so that'll be fun. And of course, she likes us to dress up, so definitely do that. And she has other events, I think, during the year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do, what's it called, Feria de Abril in April, obviously, which is a Spanish thing that they have every year. And then she has another big event in September, but she only does those 3 things during the year. So don't miss it. It's a shame to miss it.
That sounds wonderful. Hunts are fun.
And then are you going to go to this on Craft, this Zulu thing with Velasquez? I'm definitely going to be there on.
Absolutely.
It's on the Thursday. It kind of looks a bit Halloweeny, but it really isn't at all. Those are the African masks there. But he's such a genius. Yeah, a little scary, but I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. And of course, Velasquez has got a lot going on. They have more stuff going on this week on Craft. They also have a Christmas reading. They have some music. And then on the 19th, like a lot of other people, they have a big party for Craft Grid. So you can always get their information on the Craft World calendar, which is craftworld.org. If you just go there, you'll find their events page. It's worth looking at.
Cool. Thank you.
And yeah, no, they've always got something fun happening. And then of course there's DJ Diamonds, who's Australian, so you can quite imagine it's a completely different experience for them. I'm sure it is also for Jimmy, where we think of Christmas as being a cold time of year, but I guess for Jimmy maybe not so much. I don't know, was it like?
Yeah,
And what's it like where you live? What's it like where you live, Pet Love? Is it cold in the winter? Yes, right?
Yeah, we've got 6 inches of snow yesterday, and I hope it continues all winter, to be honest.
Well, we've got, it's not
So
the snow
pretty.
here in Wisconsin, but right now it's 2 degrees outside, and it was, that's
Ew.
Fahrenheit, and last night it was -6 degrees, so.
I was sunbathing today here in Italy.
No,
I shouldn't say that.
don't say that.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then the sun went down and it suddenly got very cold. So anyway, I
God.
love the fact that Andreas, as I think many people here know, his partner, and I think they were together for well over 10 years, was called Rosie. That's so the club is named after her, which is a lovely
I
thing.
see.
And if you remember when we went on safari to the Haven of Memories, that memorial garden made by Lavia Levine over on Genesis Grid, one of the people that we saw commemorated there was her. So it's a really lovely way to remember her with the club, because of course she was really into music herself. So it's just perfect. So anyway, that was this week's Hypergrid Happenings.
Wow.
In a little bit more than 3 minutes this time.
Wow. So
Good job.
I'm sorry I have to interrupt. I just noticed a problem I had with the live stream. I'm picking it up now, but there was a button I missed on YouTube. So once again,
okay.
too many buttons. But we should be live now. Oh man.
Maybe we could post the segment later.
Right. But I do have a
Just put it up
recording,
as a
and so
separate
I'll
segment.
I'll post everything we've recorded so far.
No, that was a secret part of the show.
Yeah.
That
Oh
they
goodness.
missed.
Right. But we'll get it going for the interview. So for our guests, that'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. Then Jimmy, are you ready to be peppered by questions?
Yes.
Okay. You're new to me, and I've never, until I was given this assignment, I've never ever seen so much amazing creating and building in 12 different places. You're just amazing, and you're so prolific, and everything is so beautiful. So I was wondering, first I wanted to ask how you found your way to Opensim and virtual worlds in general, this type of virtual world.
I don't recall exactly the year, but I remember a friend introduced me. I have heard about Opensim. I think my oldest avatar in Metropolis, the no
I
longer
remember
exists.
Metropolis, yeah. Hmm.
And then I think Grid was my second. But I tell you, the first time I saw was like not interesting at all. Everything was really old looking. Scared me. Like I saw like 100 free prints for Street Land. Like, oh my God, that's too much. At the time, yeah, I appreciate more. Like I figured out we could hypergrid, do other stuff. Yeah, and the people here, I was being that on my time in Second Life. I was being friendly to share stuff, so acknowledgement. And then Second Life, you don't have that at all. Not at
It's a
all.
little different in Second Life, yeah, it's true.
But that's always
Yeah.
bothered me, the
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah. That's how I met most of my friends, was in sandboxes trying to create stuff. And it was good for that. But otherwise it's wildly, it's just a bigger situation all over Opensim. I think there's so much more creativity. Maybe because there's more room, maybe because people feel more free. I don't know.
Yes,
But whatever.
some people they say they don't like OpenSim because there are not many people. But I tell you, it's a good thing, right?
Are
Yeah.
you kidding? There's not many people.
That's more scenes than people. That's a good thing.
Well,
Trust
I
me.
guess so, yeah. It
I
seems
only
like
run
there's a
into
lot
good
of people
people.
to me.
Yeah. and good ones too.
Well, it doesn't
No,
have, right? We don't have our regions. It's fantastic, right?
yeah,
I
there are
talk
hardly
about,
any. Mhm.
I'm not sure MEV, they made a 10 by 10. The Wolf Territory, now they have even 12 by 12. Can you imagine that? It's big,
Wow.
it's huge. I'm
Wow,
building
that.
8 by 8 now. It's a lot of land. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump ahead to the Greedy Museum. Is that on a 12 by 12? They
No, it's all the scenes there, standalone region.
are they okay? Because it
Because
looks so big. Hmm.
you were in the Great Canadian Grid, weren't you, for a while? You had Tromso there, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Because my scenes, I have the GCG, and my scenes are commercial scenes at the time. I think I have Flora by now, Flora and Greedy. At
Hmm.
that time, they were on a Sakuraian grid. But
Oh
once
my.
they closed the grid for everybody else, and I told them, like, sorry, my things, I want to offer things to other people. It makes no sense, and I closed the grid. So
Right.
I asked White Angel was one of the owners. I thought it's okay. So I started getting, the scenes an AMV, the Clifford and the Cataplex gently.
Right. Yeah, I think I have a picture of that. Just a sec. There it is. This is Alfheim. I think that's the first time I heard about your name when I saw this sim. I thought it was beautiful. I thought you were a Norwegian elf, really, because you build so beautifully. It looked like magic. So I really love that. It's very realistic. That seems
It
to be a bit
is.
of a theme with you, isn't it? To build
Yeah, that's when
realistic
he
sims.
was just down. We are all homeless, and Clifford Cataplex gave me that scene.
Hmm. It's very,
That,
very
that's the
lovely.
picture.
Hmm.
Did you lose a lot? I'm just curious, not to
Well,
look for
most of the
trouble, but when
scene,
you left Great Canadian, did you lose a lot of? Some people lose a lot of assets when they move from place to place. Was
just
that your
1%.
experience?
Just not much, because for a 1 week they opened the grid before I shut down for good, and I could have recovered a lot of things. And my inventory is really organized. I have everything category. It's
You
At
even
least
more.
it's
got.
all in one folder, right?
And I make
I wish
everything
I could
involved.
say
It
that.
was easy to transfer, but
See,
I
that's why we should all be organized because you never know what the future will bring.
and I
This
have the
is
same
true.
too. That's why I give away, because eventually something gonna happen, right? Or you're gonna lose, or
Uh-huh.
it's gonna shut down. Let me tell you
Uh-huh.
something. That's the GCG pretty much has like a 20% of the assets are from GCG in the floor. And I
Really?
remember, yeah, a
Hmm.
friend told me, whatever you do, modify, put the textures inside. So pretty much all the things I have in Flora, there are textures inside. So that
Oh,
prevents assets broken. Otherwise, it'll be like
that's
20%
great.
of Flora be lost. That's from
It's a
GCG.
terrible thing to lose things. I had a really great library I had set up once, and it was lost when the sim went down, and I was heartbroken. It was
Oh,
personal.
I
Yeah.
make backups of everything. I have backups,
Hmm.
2 backups, even my hard drive. I have a save in a cloud. The most important things to me is even my scripts. I have like a huge collection of scripts.
I'll
The one that
bet.
people
Yeah.
send to me, modify once, so I cannot lose them.
Mhm. Well, that's a
Can you
really
tell
good
me a bit
plan.
about that? The 3D museum. So did you make all these wonderful signs? Was this something you did for yourself or are these things you found here and there?
Some few I found, other I made myself. Yeah, I learned how to do that in Blender.
Hmm.
I use Blender and Inkscape. It's easy actually, and
How
I
long did
It's
it
one
started.
of
take you
those.
to
Yeah.
It's
learn?
a great place. No, I mean
Sorry.
it's a great place because it's so. When you first land there, you think, oh yeah, okay, it's science. I understood what this is. But then when you start really looking, there's so many different things in there.
So many.
It's
Is there a flag for every country on the planet in the
Yeah,
3D museum? I thought
and
so.
I'm not
phenomenal.
sure if I need some, but I think everything's there.
Yeah, it's
A
amazing.
lot of work.
And
Yeah.
the picture that's showing now is of the Light and Sound Museum, which I think is the first one of your shops that I ever went to, even before I saw Flora, because I really love that. It's not just for the content. The content is great, but it's the sim itself is just so pleasing. It's a little adventure just to go around it, and all the planes and the little train line at the bottom. It's fantastic. So
Yeah,
was this a design that you came up with yourself?
yeah. The scene, I want to make it a scene as the name says, all light, all sound.
Hmm.
That's all you see there, pretty much.
I
But yeah,
took a long
it's
shot of it.
quickly. I'm a
I like the
fussy.
lights that are around it. It's pretty. Sorry.
People sometimes get impressed at the speed I do stuff, but I have everything in my mind from A to Z what to build, and I do really quick. I know the other slides are going to show that's probably the Norge, the 8x8. I do like in days, you know. I'm frustrated when my hands allow, but
And that's another thing I want, before we move on to Norja, I did want to ask you about the greedy muse. So why greedy? Is that your favorite game in Opensim, or is it just the most
I
popular?
was in here and sin, yeah. What would bother me because I remember the old tables. The old tables are ugly, you know, the layout.
The KR engineering. Are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and the scripts are
Sure,
really
sure.
lame. The texture, and it bothered me. Let me try to modify, and I keep modifying, make more. I don't remember my first grid table was I think it was the log grid table with like a large log.
Okay.
My first one I made just for me and my friends. And then I have a lot of friends asking me for a copy. And I make more, a second one, and all friends asking, why not to make a. And I put that on Tromsø on GCG at the time and make like a tiny store. At
Oh,
the time, I have
wow.
like 2, 3, 4. Now I have like, I don't know, I forget now, almost 60.
I was trying
So
to count them. I was trying to count the greedy tables, and I had to give up. Must be 50
But
of
they're
them,
all
huh?
so different. I think it's incredible because it's one game and one sort of format, but you've come up with all these different styles. It's fantastic.
Because
I
there are
should have
that many
made,
kinds of people. Yeah.
I should have thanked a
That's right.
friend. I don't see his online anymore. He's from Australia. And then he redid the script completely. You know, this guy's a master scripting. And then he has redone completely the script for all the new roles stuff. And I work on the layout because the people forget the layout sometimes. And the layout
Right.
for me is as much important as technology, right?
Absolutely. And then I come to the Urban Museum, which I really like. I think this must be is this the newest of your stores there, or has this
Yeah.
always been there and I just never saw it?
You mean to all the floors, yeah. Have like
Because it's fantastic. All the houses you have in there, just really, really interesting stuff. Just really worth exploring. And here's the final shot. The final slide is of another shop, and we've got here some safari people.
I
And
see.
this is a tour that that Zen and Tessa took
Yeah,
us around it.
that
But
was
I see
great.
you're dressed like a spaceman. You're in that orange suit with the space helmet on. If you look at the picture. And
Did I
can you
tell
see
you?
who's sitting where he shouldn't be sitting in that picture?
No,
Sitting on
not me.
Did I tell you
Yeah.
why we called the Tessa Watu, the story behind this?
No, tell us.
Because she got COVID a long time ago, and nowadays she comes to the group. It sounds like a Watu from school. Yes, yes. And I start laughing. Oh my God, look sounds really like a Watu. So from that day on, we call her Watu. Watu, come here.
I wondered
Tesla,
what that
he's
was
getting
about. I
all your
saw a
secrets
reference.
are coming
Yeah.
out, Tessa. I'm sorry, apologize. But another reason why I wanted to show this picture is because it's part of a really incredible build, which is called Europa. And this obviously is a shop full of all the different sci-fi stuff, which is really worth visiting.
Oh, the
And
Magadagan.
yes, but of course it's in a part of this wonderful build. And I've just shown the teleport. You can just see the teleport there, which shows that it's made up of a bunch of regions, and each one is different. What inspired this build? Because it's one of my favorites. So what made you build this?
Europa, the idea, I don't know, that's like really crazy. Whatever comes to my mind, I just go. But I want to make it something. It's fun how old we are, actually. I have a host on my computer's friend. It's like a 2007, I think, called Offheim, actually. That's the name of sci-fi region. And that I have the idea from, but I decided to change completely. And if I say, why not make Europa? So everything is like a real life there. You know, the day cycle, the EP, is 84 hours, like Europa, the moon of Jupiter. So if you go there in
Wow.
the EPs and Able, you're going to see the big Jupiter in the sky. And I make it the
Yeah,
funny
it's
aliens. I
phenomenal.
don't know if
And
you
I
have the
really love
same.
it. The course and the farms and everything. And there's a school there, isn't there? A university, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, Xeno, I think I used once or twice, I think. Did you, Xeno?
That's
Already?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job.
You can talk, Trina.
But then something entirely different. Here we're in Scandinavia now. And this is the big church in Reykjavik, which you built. I think you told me you built it in like a day. It's gorgeous, real
my
life,
gosh.
a copy of a real life church.
Yeah, it's
In the
amazing.
center, the cathedral in the center of Reykjavik. And of course, who did we go with? Again, Tessa and Zenon took us around.
Never.
This. What inspired particularly Iceland? What was your thought there? Are you a person who loves Vikings?
Oh yeah, always always like the thematic from Scandinavia. Always for being years, even learned the language stuff. That's why I have all the expertise on building, the scenery stuff. And that's how I
You
started
really
Flora.
captured the
Actually,
light.
that's
Oh,
how I started
really?
Flora, being my scene, trying to make a. Oh, I don't have a tree. They have a Norway, so I'm gonna make myself, the tree, the conifer. So that's how Flora was born.
Okay. What was the inspiration for this vehicle? I'd like to know.
I
Inspiration
remember that.
It's a nice
I
bus.
want to show the world how bad Xenon drives.
Oh,
So in this picture, you can just see the cathedral in the background and the trees and
Yeah.
everything. And then there's for the public at home, the whole of the safari group are actually in this bus, uninsured. And then very shortly after, we took another couple of turns on the road, and I hope you can see the picture now that it shows that Zenon actually managed to crash it. I don't have the picture where she made us actually go over the roof of a house and practically take flight. But that was, I was holding my chair at that moment.
After the party, the event, I have like 4 or 5 buzzes spread into the region. I try to keep it.
But it is a fantastic region, and it's like, I mean, you've got so much on there that is real stuff that exists in Iceland, including that modern sort of a henge of stones, and then you've got the volcano and obviously the city. I really love it. You feel like truly traveling around the world.
I built the geyser just after the event because I have added the geyser, so the geyser.
That's
so.
wonderful. It's a chance to visit the world, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Well, the scene's no longer online actually. So what I'm redoing Norge, but I'm redoing in Iceland. So I delete everything. I save the OER. I'm gonna bring it back, but I'm redoing Norge because they're the same side, and I have tenants live in Norge. That's why I decided to make another scene. But once I'm done, I can put back in everything.
And here we are. This is our visit when we went to Norge together with the safari group. And the picture is very dim, and the reason for that is because it reflects the weather in Norway, doesn't it? It reflects the actual weather using
fog.
weather forecast. Yeah, so it's a little. But
that reminds the tenant of one day he was complaining, "Oh, why it's so dark here?" I say, dude, it's North Norway. What do you expect?
in the middle of the night. I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a white patch in the middle of the picture, and that is the ship, the Viking ship that. Instead of taking a bus this time, we took a ship around the region.
Amazing.
And here we are.
Right.
Which is a great idea. She couldn't really crash this one. Although I must say I've got some gifts of her trying.
You're gonna fight with that.
Doing a 3-point turn in the middle of the sky.
Yeah, and the Inworld review production team is all sitting on one side of the boat. How does that happen?
Harbinger of things to come.
And you can see Jimmy dressed in orange, and you can see Zen right at the very back. She was steering.
Me using the same clothes. Yeah, I don't change much.
And you can also see somebody else in the picture with the white hair right in the front there. That's
Luna.
got a better
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
And here
Oh,
she is.
Luna's hair is just flapping in my head like it's so long hair. I remember that. Hey, Luna, I remember I shouted to her, Luna, control your hair. Like octopus hair.
So there you are. There's Xenon put together with Luna, of course. And Luna was a resident, is that right? On this sim, she had a house.
She has, yeah. She has,
That's
yeah.
really nice. That's really nice because that's really the point of your sim. It's not just something to visit. It's something where people can actually stay. Here's a picture of some of the houses. So
That's right.
it kind of brings the whole place to life when you know you've got residents coming and going and decorating their homes and visiting each other. So how many houses do you think you have now on that region?
By now, yeah, that's the picture show now. That's the new Norge I'm doing. So that's the new version of Norge.
Mm-hmm.
By now it has 6 houses, but I need to build the farm area when Zina and the Watu are gonna leave. So they don't want to stay with people there. They don't want to be far with
That's wonderful.
the farmers.
I-
Rednecks,
So,
yeah.
because this is your idea is to redo it with terraforming, can you explain why you preferred terraforming over mesh mountains? What's the benefit?
Well, for the texture, it looks more natural somehow, but it's not easy. And there's a lot of limitation you can do for terraforming the texture, applying texture here in Opensim, Second Life. But one of the main reason is it was about the most difficult job I had on the original Norge was to make the road going through the mesh mountains because the piece of the roads I have, that's the road set, the curves, they're not flat. They're only ascending or
Right.
descending. So it's definitely not
Sure.
much I could control, especially from the mountain mesh, you know. And that was like a difficult. I had to put some stones to cover, to hide some imperfection. And I was feeling like a little bit claustrophobic because it seems like 8 by 8, and there's not much space I could use. And now, although you see in these pictures, you have a lot of space. See the big lake on the right side?
Yeah.
So pretty much now you can ride a boat. You can do a lot of things. I even thinking about make a lot of trails you can go with your horse. So you're gonna use more space. Now you can feel. Actually, you can feel more the 8 by 8 how big it can be. You know?
Right.
That's one
Yeah.
reason.
And so,
Yeah.
but you didn't do the mountains by hand. You didn't like build them by hand. You actually did a raw map. Is this it? Is this the raw map? So did you find that an easy process to do it? Was this your first time doing one, or have you done many in the past?
I've done it before. And it's a different process anyway. In AMV, you could just apply the PNG. That's what we see. There's a picture for the mountain, the PNG picture. So what is all monochrome, right? Black and white. So what is black? It reads like 0 meters. White and all the shades of gray. White is the maximum high it can be. So you can see the white there are the mountains, and the flat areas are in the dark. So you just apply it. And all of territories you do the from the website too. So it's easy process. So when you
They make it
apply,
especially easy, don't they? Yeah.
yeah, when you apply to the land, like it's really stretchy. So you need to use the tools, smooth all the time. But yeah, it works fine.
Terraform is the
That's
kind of
really
thing you can get good at. You just have to do a lot of it. It's delicate to
Yeah.
the way you touch the ground sometimes.
Another work I'm doing, I just did today, yesterday actually, because Lone Wolf, I call him Fancy. That's the name we give to him. Yeah, Fancy Wolf. He gave me a sim. At the left side, I think the west side connect to the welcome area. He gave a sim. They're gonna make a furry club, a furry stuff related. So I make a paw shape in the sim. Still, I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
to make this
great.
before. I didn't need
That's a lot of fun.
You can do everything with applying the picture. It's easy.
I got a pack of 50 OR files one time, and I forget which grid it was, but I went and played with every one of them. It was so much fun. Had to be
And
there.
this picture shows some of your weather, because that's your thing, isn't it? The weather to get the weather. When was the first time you realized that you could do that? That you could recreate real world weather in Inworld? Was this
Uh,
something you'd always known, or did you have to work on it hard?
Actually, I have the script for years, but it's not not mine originally. It's from my friend Seder Ayan. He made the script for me years ago that it can control. It fetches information from a website and then it's applied accordingly. If it's raining all the time, the place you choose rains in sim.
Oh,
But
that's nice.
but the way script was done was not much easy for the average user. So you need to go inside the script, you need to change the API code, you need to manually insert the city,
Mm-hmm.
information given always in the Unix time, the code of texture. It was completely not interesting at all from, I mean, nobody going to use it. So that's why I never share the script. Oh, it's snowing.
And now it's
Oh, oh no.
That's our special surprise for you, Jimmy.
yeah,
Thanks,
because
Thursday.
the person who's here with us today, who's usually on In World Review and as co-host for a couple of years there, was Tosha Tyran. And one of the things she wanted to ask you was about this your weather script system, because she's been trying to make it work on her region. She's making it Machu Picchu region, and so she's built all the buildings, or she's working on it, and she wants the weather there to be identical to real world Machu Picchu. So she's absolutely fascinated by it, and she
That's what
wanted to know how long it took you to put it together, and in general terms, if you can explain for just a normal person like myself, for example, how it works. What's the way it works?
I mean, how I made it or how to make it
Yeah,
work.
how you made it, and how you make it work in real time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I told you, right? For the original script for my friend, that's everything
Yes.
should change inside the script. So what I decided, I've been using a lot of AI for making script. It's like a challenge because sometimes they go crazy.
That's a
Uh,
great idea. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it works. When you have patience, it works. I make like a
Uh-huh.
40, 50 versions of something just to make it work. So what I have decided is, okay, AI, do something like easier for people, for average user.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a 9 out of 10 people, they're not comfortable to modify a script. It's like really scary for many people.
And
So
even if they think they're competent, they find out they're not. That's a problem.
it's easy to screw. Yeah, it's easy to screw. If you make like if you put a single space in the script, you just the script world doesn't work anymore, right? So yeah, it's easy
Right.
to.
Yeah.
But I try to make everything like a very intuitive, very easy to use. If like
Mm-hmm.
you don't even understand about scripting anything, just use. Like that's what I want to do. And the information that people want to see, not like Unix code or any code that's completely boring or not interesting.
Well,
So pretty much how it works is that the API is like understands like a key
Mm-hmm.
that you need to make your account there, so you have your own API code. So it's fetch information about the weather, all the weather conditions. I don't remember now, but I think I have like 40 or 50 weather conditions. All the conditions they have a code. Let's say it's if heavy rain, I think it's a code of 512. So script is going to send, okay, let's say Tromsø, North Norway. It's a heavy rain. Heavy rain is a code to 521. So API gets the information. Tromsø is a 521. And the 521, you need to apply texture R3. Because I have like a four texture for rain, four for snow, and if I'm not wrong, three for frozen rain. All the variations. Yeah. So it's how it works pretty much.
That's
It fetches
fantastic.
information, apply
This has
accordingly.
been, and we also have another one of your fun inventions right here in the studio. That's the thermo vibe, which I keep on the Safari Clubhouse sim too, so which makes the lava go up every time somebody new arrives there. That's such a fun invention.
Yeah, the lava is going to be here when I have the 12 avatars and the 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, for a friend to parties, people having fun. Oh, we
That's
talk about the
wonderful.
system. I'm working. That's on one of the new projects too. I'm been working. I did thanks to my friend the Cyber. He showed me there's a function. It said that's like a new function for 2-3 years they modify. You can make sounds go to each of a prints you want. Just use the one script. So I'm gonna make a modification. I'm gonna send one day because I need to do my synth. But I'm gonna send a new version of the weather system. So pretty much you can put like a 15 sound box in your region for the sound box, for the birds, and you're gonna use just one script for that. Just one.
Wow.
Magnificent.
Nice.
Well, this has been such fun. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for coming in and for telling us so many interesting things. And of course, that it's so nice that Tessa and Zenon came along too to
I try
support
to
you.
talk more, but the Xenon keeps me interrupting all the time.
Not true, not true.
Well, thank you again. I echo Thurza.
Did we talk about the 3D object that's behind Jimmy on the couch?
Oh, I think we missed that. Yeah, the Mal Burns statue. That's lovely.
Yeah. It goes along with our Funko Pop from Cherry Manga. So that was a lovely find on the 3D region that you have, Jimmy. I love that.
Thanks. I put that on 3D Museum too. Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, right. Very cool.
Very nice. Okay, then is it time to move on?
I think so.
To Inworld news and views?
Inworld news and views.
Now you sound like Mal. How do we say it? We don't know.
We don't know. All right.
Don't ask me what day it is either.
All right. I didn't miss the transition there. That was good.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So hello and welcome to this section, the virtual news and views. And I'm here, and I've got some things that I share that I hope you'll find interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is the upcoming Winterfest on Alternate Metaverse Grid. This annual festival takes place over 7 days on 7 different regions with names like Winterfest Fun, Christmas Market, Open Mic Arts, and more. The fun starts on Thursday, December 18th, and runs through Christmas Eve Day, December 24th. This description came from DJ Sophie, and she posted this in several of the Discord servers that we're on. But she writes, Winterfest 2025 on Alternate Metaverse Grid invites our community to experience a week of festive magic like never before. This year, AMV proudly presents a 7-day celebration spanning 7 unique regions, each offering its own atmosphere, events, performances, and seasonal beauty. As a technology person, I really find that I'm curious how the event is organized, how these kinds of productions are organized. And from another post, I saw that, as I understand it, there are these categories of work: live performers, live DJs, open mic hosts, greeting skating host, storytelling host, portraits and event photography, promotions, publicity, and videography, stage and sound crew, stage construction, event bookings, and not to mention construction of regions. So there's a lot of people working on an event like this, and I think I counted about almost 34 different names who are contributing. So it's a pretty amazing festival, and this is just one of the many winter holiday festivals happening on and around the hypergrid. Thursday, I don't know how you're going to manage hypergrid happenings in the coming weeks because there are so many events that are going on with the holidays. So next I wanted to talk about Craft World, and Craft has reintroduced currency on their grid called the Cybercoin, or for short CYB. The article shown here on screen explains that 100 CYB equals €1. And although the grid has strong ties to the long-standing principles of open source and free and legal content in Open Simulator, Liku, the grid administrator, has always had in mind the benefit of an internal currency for many reasons. Craft used to have a currency years ago, but as the grid has evolved, the original currency was not updated and fell into disuse. Now they are reintroducing a sort of system where you earn the CYB credits and can use them to pay for rent on what used to be free residential land. This isn't exactly camping, but the idea is for you to be actively involved with events and project and craft, and then you'll get benefits from the rewards. So for more about this, you can see on screen, this is the Cafenail blog. Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope so. Cafenail blog has a lot of information about this. So I think this was a pretty amazing step in technology on the hypergrid. In another step of technology, as many of you know, the Open Simulator Community Conference wrapped up last weekend, and I noticed that there were several good talks about artificial intelligence or AI. And this week in Hypergrid Business, Darren Murphy wrote an article about implementing AI in Open Simulator. Darren covers a wide variety of technical aspects of accomplishing this, attempting this, but the item that caught my eye was the idea of building spatial awareness in the code, which is just amazing to me. Of course, to interact, an avatar, artificial intelligence is going to have to know where it is. So for more information on this, you can look for the article in the featured stories at hypergridbusiness.com. And then lastly, I caught wind of some work over at Wolf Territories Grid, and we talked about Wolf Territories a little bit earlier here today on the show, and they are working on a new Open Simulator viewer of all things. I chatted briefly with Lone Wolf at the celebration for Luna Lunaria, and I couldn't believe it, but it's true. This ambitious project hopes to take the current Firestorm viewer code and repurpose it in a web-based environment. The scope for a project like this is shared in the blog post, and there's a YouTube video that's shown here. But what I find really interesting is the back-end work and the collaboration involved with other organizations and technologies that Lone Wolf is pulling into it. So you can read more about this on the Wolf Territories website at wolfterritoriesgrid.com. And so that's it for me. There's so much going on with all the grids out there, and I know I'm just scratching the surface of what's happening on the hypergrid. But there's a little bit of news and views for you folks. So back to you, Pet Love.
She's gone for a cup of coffee.
She has. She's wandered off.
I muted myself so I wouldn't make noise when I turned my phone down.
That's right.
Sorry about that. I was saying thank you, James.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a couple of the things that you mentioned are things that you're involved with too, Jimmy, aren't you, over at AMV? Right? Building regions, helping people with stuff.
Oh yeah, something that really I like share stuff, and I'm remembering a couple, like to say I'm a giver person, but I tell her, like, partially true. I'm also selfish, like because I like to share, because I know eventually I can lose and I can't get it back.
I bet that's not the only reason.
No,
No, it's good to share. That's one of.
It bothers me people that can't not use the stuff because either they lack skills or they lack material to use. That's what the things that bother me always in Second Life. I want to see beautiful things. People build good things.
Yeah.
And not that they don't have it for any reason or other. Now they have. They can have some help.
Right on. Okay. Thank you again for coming. It was a real pleasure. And I really enjoyed spending time looking at all your work. It's just amazing. And I hope people will do the same thing. If you don't have anything.
Then you see, you've never been there. All the sins.
Yeah. I've been around a lot, but I've not seen enough. There's just so much great stuff to see around in these virtual worlds that we love.
Mm-hmm. So, and then, of course, Jimmy's got the thing that as soon as you've really taken a good look at some region that he's built, and you go away and say, well, that was really nice. And then he contacts you, so I'm redoing the whole thing. And you say, oh, Lord. So I'm going to come back and see the new version. So that's pretty exciting.
The only place probably Tess is going to tell you to not go is probably Europa Mines. Because if you don't like spiders,
oh, no.
a good place.
Oh, boy, yeah.
I'll be right over. But no, it's really cool. I really got a kick out of the Delight song in the 3D museum. That you have the two yellow figures and a Delight.
Yeah,
Grooves in the Heart.
Grooves in the Heart. Yeah, that's a
Grooves in the Heart.
Fun one with the aliens dancing.
That made me laugh. Yeah, yep. That was good. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, including our guests.
It's Zena, talk
Okay.
to me. Zena, come on. It's my gig, Zena.
And we'll see you next week with a special short Hypergrid happenings again. But our next show is on, I'm going to say, the 28th of
Yes.
December.
Yep.
20th of December, and we have Bloom Peters coming on the show, so it's going to be really exciting. But this has been wonderful. Thanks,
Been
Jimmy.
very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Another
You
thing I
come back
forgot.
anytime. Come back anytime. You know, if
You
you
talk
want to
about the
promote
viewer.
something.
You talk about the viewer from the Wolf Territories. It's something he was talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I, I think the things they can do for a web browser viewer. He was even thinking about making maybe deploy the weather system and the viewer. So pretty much something we can.
Ooh,
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are going on.
that would be excellent.
A lot of things you
That's
could do. Yeah.
yeah, so very innovative. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, well, keep us posted. We're always going to be interested to hear. Okay? Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll say goodbye now and have a wonderful week or two,
We can
as
talk
Mal
now.
used to say.
All right.
Go ahead.
Zena can talk now.
Zena, is there anything special you'd like to say to Jimmy? Like, I'll get you later, or you're going to pay for that, or hush up.
Zena's always playing Kingdom.
Okay. Well,
Who's
we do know
Jimmy?
how to
Bye,
have
all.
fun here. hmm Y'all
All
take
right.
care.
Yep.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.